Hello, my name is Jim Mullany from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Hope everyone's doing the best they can with the COVID-19 worldwide outbreak. We're doing the best we can here at SciTech. We have multiple people working from their houses. We are doing all the social distancing, and we are taking the needed precautions. We are a vital business. We do quite a lot with biotechnology and defense firms, and we are supplying daily spare parts and service to keep these facilities open and producing product. So, where this video is going to be for two refurbished, remanufactured 270S spin rinse dryers. For the privacy of our customers, we do not give their names out on these videos. This video is uploaded to our YouTube channel and they're sent a leak, but their PO is 16492. So this customer actually, it's a multiple tool project. We initially supplied 3 systems to them, a double stack and a single head. This customer is actually located in Germany, so it's international. And when we did that, we removed the first 2 of their systems out so they can install our new ones, and then they're sending back 2 at a time. These are actually systems 5 and 6 out of 8, I think it is now. So then what we're doing is we're doing a complete refurbishment of theirs, and we're upgrading them to our state-of-the-art SciTech S1 control system. This customer now, with having a traditional older rinser dryer, our remanufacturing process is like new. You put our state-of-the-art, newest technology controller on there, and you're as good as any rinser dryer you can buy in the world at probably less than 40% the cost of new. And it runs as good or better than any new rinser dryer you can get in the world. And our control system, far and away, does more than anything you can ever see. All right, so this system has been fully remanufactured. I'm going to go ahead and review during the running of process some of our rebuild process and some of the control system functions. So it has a typical process. Rinse is 60 seconds, purge is 10, dry is 90 seconds, and dry 2 is 240. Most of the processes in the world for a rinser dryer have low RPM for rinsing, a short duration, high RPM to blow the water out of the water lines, and then to spin the water off of the substrates, and then go into a lower RPM final dry. And we'll go ahead and go through that in more detail. So what this customer has, you can see they run 6-inch, and they also run 4-inch spin rinse cassettes. They are both 4 and 6-inch in their facility. So a normal wafer fab just comes in, loads this cassette, and starts. One thing I'll say, normally we go to Germany. We're doing quite a lot of business in Germany, and we do every 2 months or so, 3 months, go out there and do startups of our tools and then meet new customers. And in fact, we just received an order this week for a nice 8-inch system from a company that's in Germany / the Netherlands, right on the border there, that we're going to start to remanufacture their tool. And that was from our last meeting. So when we go to customers and they see the quality of our work, they tend to want to buy from us, like most people around the world. So once your cassettes are loaded, you simply just go to rinser dryer. I always hit clear just from my own knowledge and hit start. You're going to start spinning. Our control system, green means it's good. So you got your rinse valve on, your LPP valve on. You can see them on here. Your 20 PSI sensors met. You couldn't start without that. This shows you the step rinse. How much time's left in the RPM? We're right at 500 RPM. I'll start this system over here. So this customer, it turns out we haven't received the final PO, but we upgraded anyway at this point. We could always back them off. They had a non-standard EMO that was wired directly into the controller instead of an EO box. We couldn't do our CE certification with that technology. They also had anti-static modules that were bad. The nice thing about of our controller, one of the small things out of the hundreds, is we monitor the anti-static module. The customer had no idea that their anti-static modules were bad because the semi-tool old controllers never could figure that out. We do, and when we ran the tools initially, we found that the anti-statics were bad, and so we upgraded them with new ones. Okay, we're going to dry 1. See how smooth this is? You can barely hear it running. Now we're in dry 1, high RPM, 1800. Look how fast we ramped to 1800. I'm going to show you here. We do 10-second purge, and then we go to dry 1. Watch how fast this ramps. Okay. And we're going to go at less than 10 seconds. It's going to be very close. Okay, and we are at, and there we go, 1800. You'll notice the RPMs. Our control system monitors the RPMs in milliseconds. So you can see we make any adjustments in the RPM. You don't even see the RPM changing because we're dead on in our control system. So right now you've got on this tool, you've got your heater blankets on, you got your N2 heater on, your low pressure purge, your N2, and so all the green there matches that, and this shows you in a graphical form what else is on. One of the nice things about these tools, one of the reasons the customers did the upgrade, is our control system has an auto N2 shut-off control system, where if you want to program it in, it's very simple. It takes 10 seconds. You can have it that when you remove your wafers at the end of a process and you walk away, the system turns off the nitrogen while it's sitting idle. It turns out most rinser dryers are idle about 80% of the time. People think they're used all the time, but when they calculate how much time it actually runs, excuse me, it turns out it's idle a lot. Then what happens is when you do your next process run, we automatically turn the N2 back on, let it go until we move to the next step. Okay. This one we've just moved into dry 2. You can see the bowl heater the bowl heater is amber now, yellow. That means that it's at temp. We monitor the process switch, and when the bowl heater gets hot enough, the process switch opens, which means it stops heating. We show you that by going amber, and then when it cools down and closes again, we go green, which means it's heating again. Actually, we're amber here. You'll see it'll, in a normal dry cycle, it'll fluctuate probably 4 or 5 times. I apologize for my throat because if you look down here, we have a lot of systems in test, and this is my 4th video in the last hour. We have these systems going to Germany. We have this double stack that's going to Canada, and we have this system that's an 8-inch system, low profile. It's going to the East Coast. This system is one of 2 heads that's going to another project in Germany. This customer in Germany has already purchased 7 double stacks from us. We are the vendor of choice, and we do a lot of business. This is a company going back in Michigan, and this is a company in, I won't tell you where state they are because you might know who they are, but they sent us 3 machines to rebuild and troubleshoot for them. This is the first one. So I've already done videos on all these other tools today, so my throat's getting a little dry. Okay, we have about 2.5 minutes left. So this is kind of the boring part of the whole video because nothing to watch. So what I'll do is I'll talk about our remanufacturing process. So in our remanufacturing process, our machines are broken down, they're evaluated, broken down in dry test, reconfigured to whatever they have to be. This customer, since we're just refurbishing them, we didn't reconfigure their tools, we just updated everything. We then do a complete build and dry test. After it's, the technician feels it's ready, we have a second technician do a quality control. Once it's done, it moves into a wet test, and it's brought into wet test like this one. This one just came in. So then we put water to it, the DI system, and then we make sure there's no leaks on the valving and so forth because you can't see that in dry test because there's no water. Once it passes this, another QC is done, and it's ran about 25 times, burns it in. Once it's done, it gets put in its configuration. Like this is a single roll around, that's a double stack, that's a single. And then it's all the polys debugged because poly rattles and makes noises. We debug that. We go 50 process runs with no failures. Once that happens, it's passed over to sales to go ahead and allow us to do the video. Okay, we have about 1.5 minutes there, a little more. So if you go to our website, it's sitechprocess.com. You'll see buttons on the left-hand side. The first 3 are all of our rinser dryers. We have the S model, which these are, the F and the ST, and that we actually have F and STs all here, all 3 versions, it turns out. The next 3 buttons of all the spare parts. We have 100% spare parts on these. This tool, 100%. Our new control system, brand new. Brushless motors, brand new. SciTech redesign amp, brand new. ACR valves, new. Heater blankets, new. Everything and anything we can do on a rinser dryer to support our customers. So we feel in the United States we're the #1 non-OEM part supplier, and we're slowly becoming the worldwide #1 part supplier, if not already. So we can support the customer 100%. We also do quite a lot of wet processing tools, mask cleaners, wafer scrubbers, the Ultra T, Ultratech KNS. We do the Integris box washers. Then we have also a variety of metrology tools. We do particle counters, step pipe measurement systems, thin film. We do ash and etch equipment. So we have a wide range on our website. Okay, we have 20 seconds left here and 40 here. At the end of the process, it winds down. When we hit 70 RPM, it's called the rotor stop positioner. It fires out. It extends against the cam. It rolls the cam to the flat. It'll then align to home position 12 o'clock. Once that happens and the RPM hits 0, I'll hear the door release and I can open up and check the heat and the substrates. Okay, we're spinning down. RPM, we'll see how fast that was. And now, there we go. Blue means process is over, you can unload me. since I opened the door, now it's gone to amber, which is the idle position. Hot end too. I'm gonna burn my hand there. Substrate's good, look dry, looks nice. Oops, we'll put these wafers back in correctly. Alrighty. And here we go. When we have the, this tells you process complete, okay to open, gives you all the times. If there was an error, you would have an error and you would have an alarm screen flashing. In this case, to clear this, you either push the button, open the door, or hit stop. Any of them do it, I'll just open the door. There we go. That'll turn to amber, which means we're open. Okay, I feel the hot end too, yep. There we go, cassette's dry, looks good. One thing that's kind of nice, and I'll show you on this one, might be a little bit easier. If there was an error, at this point, that alarm would be flashing. And this would be flashing red, alarm. You just hit there. This would be all the different alarms, the most traditional ones that the operator can find. And then if there's a problem and they don't want to run the tool, they put it in maintenance mode. Maintenance mode will flash this. You can't run the tool. And then when the operator comes, the maintenance team comes over, they, oh, okay, they can see the problem. They turn off the light. They clear the problem, whatever that might be. They can fix the problem. Otherwise, it's going to come back on again. And the tool's back ready to run. So these tools are ready to go. We would be going over to Germany to do the install. We go over there quite a lot, as I talked about. But because of the COVID-19, we can't fly to Germany right now. So we told the customer we'd do a more in-depth video than normal so they can see the quality of these tools. They're ready to go and ready to ship. So we're going to get this done in the next, if not tonight, tomorrow. And we'll upload it to our YouTube channel for our customer to see. If there, excuse me. If there's any questions, you can feel free to call us at 916-797-9000. Again, my name is Jim Mullany. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Thank you.